Hello, everybody. So today we're going to finish up section 5 of our statistics unit. If you remember, last week we started section 5 and we didn't really learn anything too new. All we were really doing was taking what we learned and doing some applications or some word problems of how we could use this in real life. So for example, in the first question we did, we took a look at a company that was making light bulbs, and because the life of the light bulbs were normally distributed, we got that bell curve, we were able to do some pretty cool calculations to see or to predict what percentage of light bulbs we would expect to live for a certain amount of time. We did a similar calculation with a flu virus, and today we're going to do a slightly more difficult question, but it's a good question. So let's take a look. Um, so a company is measuring the lifespan of the toasters that they make, and they find that the average is 4.2 years. So we know where that goes, right in the middle. And it's got a standard deviation of 0.65 years. The companies determined that it is feasible to replace 8% of their toasters under warranty. And the company is asking us what duration of warranty should they offer, rounded to the nearest appropriate year. Okay, so to be able to understand this question, we need to understand what a warranty is and how it works. Most of us probably already know, but for those of us that don't, a warranty is a guarantee that a company will offer you on the products that you buy from them. And specifically what it is if the product that they've sold you fails or stops working, they will replace or repair the product for you free of charge. That guarantee, however, usually will expire after some time. So they won't guarantee their product forever. Some companies do, but most don't. And usually on things like electronics, the guarantee is only good for about a year. So if you're, if you go out and you buy a computer monitor and the screen goes black after a year, there's nothing you can do. But if it happens, within the first 2 weeks, usually you can send it in and the company will replace or repair the product for you. So that's what they're asking us to come up with now. What duration of warranty should this toaster company offer so that they only replace 8%? They don't want to replace more because they would lose money, and they don't want to replace less because they want to cover as many as they can to keep their customers happy. Okay, so what we're going to be looking for here, we're going to have to find the z-score of whatever duration is going to have 8% of the data. But the question is 8% to the left or 8% to the right. So if these toasters are being replaced, is it going to be up to that point and less of the lifetime, or up to the point and more of their lifetime? And the answer is it's going to be up to that point and less. And the reason for that is these are the youngest toasters over here, or I shouldn't say the youngest toasters. These are the toasters that are going to live the shortest, right? So if a toaster breaks right away, which would be over here on this side, that's what would be replaced under warranty, right? We don't want it. We don't really care about the toasters over here. These toasters are like 80 years old, and they're no longer under warranty. They won't be replaced because they're too old. We care about the ones over here on the left because those toasters are very young, and or they're not very young, but they haven't been owned for a long time. So these are the ones that the company is going to replace. Okay. So we want to go, we want to find out exactly what z-score is going to give us 8% of the data to the left. So we're going to have to go in, oops, we're going to have to go into our z-score table, and we want to find something that's 8%. And chances are we won't find something that's exactly 8%. So what do we want? We want 0.08. So that's this guy right here, but that's large. Oh, sorry, right here, 0.08. What am I saying? Right there, exactly 8%. Or no, so that's 0.8. What am I saying? I need 0.08. Where's 0.08? I'm losing my mind. Is that the closest one there? Yep. This is going to be the closest one right there. Okay, but we don't want to exceed 8%, right? If we exceed 8%, that's too much. So we probably want to find something, maybe 0.079 if we can, something like that. Well, actually here, this one's even closer. That's 8.08%. But again, that number is beyond 8%. That's too many toasters. So the closest to 8% without going over is this guy right here, 7.93%. Okay, so that number is negative 1.41. Negative, what's happening? Negative 1.41. That's the z-score that's going to represent just about 8%. Remember, we don't want to go beyond 8% of the toasters because then the company would be replacing too many. Okay, so why do we care about the z-score to begin with? Well, now we can use our z-score formula, and we can fill in what we know. So our z-score here is negative 1.41. We don't know what our x value is, but that's what we want. That's why we care about finding the z-score in this case, because that x value tells us exactly what year this is. So we found the z-score of the point, right, that data point, that year, but the company is asking us for that year, right? So the actual x value is what we want here. The average they gave us was 4.2 years. And the standard deviation was 0.65 years. All right, so now we can do some algebra here. So what we'll do is we'll multiply both sides by 0.65. All right, when we do that, those cancel. So we got negative 1.41 times 0.65 equals x minus 4.2. And then we will add 4.2 to both sides. That cancels out. So our x value is going to be given to us negative 1.41 times 0.65 plus 4.2 years. All right, so grab your calculator, negative 1.41 times 0.65 plus 4.2. So we get 3.2835 years. Okay, but we're not done. So the question was, what duration of warranty should the company offer rounded to the nearest appropriate year? Okay, so in this case, the important word is appropriate because we have to think of the context of the question. And the context of the question is, should this number be rounded up or rounded down? What does it mean when we round this number up, and what does it mean when we round it down? So remember, this company cannot feasibly replace more than 8% of their toasters, otherwise they would be spending too much money. So if we rounded this number up, and I know we're not going to round this number up because it's 3.2, so that means to round down, but let's pretend, let's say we got 3.6, for example. If we rounded this number up, that means we'd be providing a longer warranty. And if we provide a longer warranty, that means we would be replacing more toasters, which would mean we would be going beyond 8%, which means we would be spending too much money. If we were to round this number down, like we're tempted to, because it says 0.2, that means we would be replacing less toasters, which means the company would be spending less money. Okay, so I guess if we wanted to be really exact, we could say, oh, the company should replace 3.2% of toasters, but to have a 3.2-year warranty is kind of weird. The question was asking us for a whole number year, so what we should say is we should round it down. We should say, therefore, the company should offer a 3-year warranty. All right. So although 8% was there, I guess we ended up recommending something like that, I guess, something a little closer, just because they wanted a whole year warranty. Okay, so that's it for today, or that's it for this week. So what you can do is you can hop into the rest of page 283. You can go all the way up to question 12. And yeah, give me an email or message me in the Discord if you have any questions. All right, so stay safe out there, everybody, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.